Another story that is drawing attention online tonight, the Trump administration's support of a new chain of gas stations called Freedom Fuel Stations. The White House posted this video to promote what's being called the Freedom Fuel Network. It's a chain of at least 25 gas stations throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. They're selling gas for prices lower than the state and national averages. The gas station pictured here shows it's selling a gallon of regular for $3.47 in honor of Trump, the 47th president. Mr. Trump praised the gas stations on social media. He wrote in part, "This retailer is taking the lead and others should follow." The White House told our sister station in Philadelphia the Freedom Fuel Network is a private company not receiving subsidies from the federal government. But the creation of this gas network is raising eyebrows. Georgetown law professor Michele Goodwin joins us now tonight to discuss the ethics of this new gas network. Michele, thanks so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
I know you just looked at some of that video and you've been seeing these gas stations now branded with the words Freedom Fuel Network. The president, the White House are giving them shout outs on social media. What were your initial thoughts when you saw and you learned about these stations?
Well, there are concerns about the president's involvement. There are concerns about who actually owns these networks. There are concerns from the very start on July 1st when the president said that prices must go down and that there would be relief that many Americans would want. But there are serious questions that are raised about whether the president stands to benefit, whether his family members stand to benefit, whether this has been something that's been negotiated with people who are close allies to the president who stand to benefit. And part of these questions are raised because there have been a number of other questions that have been raised about the dealings coming out of this administration, and specifically the president and his family members benefiting from his time in office.
Michele, we know the president said these stations are just lowering the prices with that 47-cent nod to him because they love America. But as we mentioned, the administration told our sister station in Philadelphia, they also told CNN that, no one from the administration is involved in this or has given this company any funding. But also, as you mentioned, no one's been able to figure out who owns these stations. I guess many people are wondering, how are they able to sell gas at 40 to 60 cents per gallon below the national average?
Well, that is specifically the question because there's been a lack of transparency. Attorneys that are associated with this company have refused to come forward and answer some of the questions that reporters have been asking and that others have been asking. And it raises serious questions that, look, Americans are suffering at grocery stores and they're suffering and with regard to the rise of gas prices given the war taking place in Iran, and it looks like that will continue. Some are saying that what this is an attempt to do is to distract attention away from what is taking place at the Strait of Hormuz and the United States still at war with Iran, and that the ceasefire has weakened and that this is a kind of convenient way of turning Americans' attention away from that. And it's one issue that Americans, regardless of political party and affiliation, are all concerned about. And that's true, too. Bipartisan in Congress, there are concerns about the U.S. involvement in Iran. And we know that that has had a direct impact on the rise of gas prices.
Oh, yeah, we are all certainly feeling the pinch. And as you mentioned, as that war with Iran continues, we know it will continue to have an impact on gas prices. If this Freedom Fuel Network continues with these lower prices, what ultimately impact could it have on the economy, other gas stations in the area where, they can't lower their prices that low? What do you think the potential fallout could be?
Well, that's right. I mean, the next concern will be not just amongst those who follow the administration and ethics with regard to the administration and untoward dealings, but there's also business concerns here. The war in Iran has caused gas prices universally to go up across the United States. And there would be very serious concerns amongst other businesses that sell gas, but are not able to reduce their prices to this amount. So is there some sort of insider dealing with the president and this private company? Those are questions that surely other businesses will want to know. And there are a number of other gas entities, Mobil, Shell, et cetera, that seem not to be connected with this company. And I would imagine that they are deeply worried about this.
Indeed, time will tell, and no doubt reporters will keep on digging. Georgetown law professor Michele Goodwin, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.